Hey y'all, what's been going on? Your girl has been sick for like the past month. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm getting ready to start for my fall garden. If you're new to my channel, I live in Central Florida. So we have a pretty long growing season, basically all year long. So I am going to be starting a little mix, some of summer crops and then some that are considered like cool weather or fall crops. So we have a variety of squash. I've got the yellow summer crookneck. I'm going to be doing some onions. Texas early grano has been a winner for me. It's pretty much the only one that produced last spring. And then this is just a variety pack, so we'll see what it does. These did well for me last fall. The Space Master, I got a pretty good harvest rather quickly. These say 62 days to maturity, so yeah. More rounds of peppers. We've got some purple beauty peppers. I did have one that was big, but ants got into the container and like ate up all the roots and destroyed it. So I'm gonna replant that because I never got a chance to really enjoy a lot of them. Habanadas, none of my peppers did well that I planted in the springtime, so we're gonna try again this fall. The Sugar Rush peach peppers, I got these from Plant and Heal off Instagram. These did extremely well last fall, winter and spring. Great germination rate. We've got some red mustard, Vates collard greens, and then the Morris Heading collard greens. We got some Cali Wonders. I have some lemon cucumbers. This will be my first time growing those. Desico broccoli. I didn't have any broccoli last year. We've got some dwarf blue curled kale. We'll see how that does. We've got the dwarf blue curled Vates kale. Looks like a little bit tighter curls on the leaves. We have some early Golden Acre cabbage. Last year I didn't start any cabbage from seed. I basically had transplants from one of the big box stores. I'm gonna restart up my tomatoes. We have the Ace 55. These got to a pretty decent size, almost like slicing size. I froze all my tomatoes and I just made some homemade spaghetti sauce and tomato sauce. And then I have some San Marzanos. These did not do well for me when I started them in the spring, so we're going to start them again in the fall. Got some giant deal that's going to be going in. These are going to be direct seeded. Some early wonder beets. I got a Detroit red beet. I like eating beets pickled, and I like eating the tops of the beets. Different varieties of carrots. We got tender sweet, Chantenay carrot, and then Danvers carrot. I grew, I don't even remember the name, but they were like little round carrots. I mean, they did pretty well. I just didn't really like the taste of them. Gonna try some sweet Spanish yellow Utah onions. These did well for me last fall. These are the Peter Pan. They're like a light green squash. They're basically a patty pan. I've seen them come in white, yellow, and this pale green. And then I have some Emerald Delight, your typical zucchini. Some basil, that's going to be direct seeded straight into the garden. Purple basil, same thing. Shasta daisies, I'm going to get some of these going. Armenian cucumbers, I'm hoping that these will take the place of my loofah sponges that are pretty much done. Well, at least I'm going to pull them out. I have more than enough sponges that I need for this year. So I'm going to pull them out and plant the Armenian cucumbers in their place. And then I have the echinacea. I have terrible luck when it comes to germinating these, but I'm going to keep trying. And I told myself I was going to label everything this year. So I got this little labeler off Amazon and basically just pre-labeled these little planter sticks, because whenever I write with black marker, like after the first rain or two, it's gone, and then I can't even see what I wrote on there. So these are printed labels. We'll see how this does. If you're interested in the little label maker, it's like this big. It's super cute. I'll drop a link in the description. And I'm not using potting soil mix. I'm at seed starting mix. I'm just using a regular potting soil. I'm going to shift through it with this calendar to get some of the large bulk pieces out, just so it doesn't stop any seeds from growing. And yeah, these are my seed trays. Nothing special. Got these off Amazon. These little 6-cell trays, really cheap. They probably won't last more than 2 seasons, but I didn't feel like buying the really expensive ones. Maybe next year. But yeah, they were really cheap to get. I mean, when I first started gardening, I used the red Soho cups, and they did just fine. Actually, that I probably preferred them because you didn't have to up pot as quickly, because it had, you know, much more growing space for your roots. So yeah, let's get started. All right, I'm not going to do all of this on camera, but I wanted to show you guys what's kind of left behind. You have all these large like wood chips that haven't completely broken down yet. And then here you have just a fine soil mix. And it's great for starting your seeds in if you don't want to, you know, buy the actual seed starting mix. Alright, so I got my seed trays set up. The way I did it was, once I put my soil in, I wet all of the soil with rainwater, and then I even put water in the seed trays so that it'll continue to moisten the soil, because usually fresh potting mix, which that one wasn't fresh, it's been open for a while, can be pretty like hydrophobic, like the water repels off of it. And some of these seeds are rather small, so the broccoli seeds are pretty tiny. So I'm just gonna drop a few in each of the little cells. And then I'm going to cover that with a light layer of soil. Now, if you wanted to, you can like mix all of your potting mix in water in a container and then fill your cells up. So however you want to do it. What you don't want to do is water on top of your trays with your seeds in it, because a lot of times it will displace your seeds. And because these seeds are rather tiny, I am just barely covering them with soil. And then I'm just going to press. Make sure that the soil has contact with the seed. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna continue that process. So this is the blue curled kale. Like I said, some of these, most of your brassicas, which are like your kales, collards, cabbages, are all extremely tiny. So you don't want to really bury those seeds. I literally just sprinkle them on top and then just cover them lightly with a layer of soil. And I put about 3 to 4 seeds per cell. Because I mean, they come with quite a bit. Seeds don't last forever. Then I'm going to cover that one. Again, and then you want to press down just to make sure that you have good contact. And I'm going to continue that process until I have all of my seed trays filled up. I will show you how I plant like the bigger ones, your cucumbers, zucchini, squash. I actually do, sometimes I use my finger or a little pencil to bury that seed a little bit deeper. So I'll show you when I get to those seeds. Now I'm going to be starting, I've done all of my brassicas and all of my peppers and tomatoes. For the peppers and tomatoes, I only did like 2 seeds per pot or per cell. Now I'm going to be starting some of my cucumbers and squashes. So let's start. Let me find my label with my lemon cucumber. Like I said, so these are going to be pretty big compared to the seeds that we were just sowing. So I'm definitely only going to do 2. And I'm going to just put little holes where I want the seeds to go. And then I'm going to drop 1 seed into each hole. I'm going to bury that in. And I always like to do 2 per cell, just in case one doesn't germinate. You do have to thin them out if both germinate. I usually just keep the strongest one. Big piece of wood in there. And for the larger seeds, I did not space those. I'm going to shift the soil for those. I just put the soil in. You can walk past me. You just stand there. Need 1 more. Then I take and cover it with some fine soil. Alright, next we'll do the Space Master. So I'm pretty much going to do the same steps. Poking 2 holes in each cell. Only going a centimeter or two deep. What are you doing? Because it is hot. It is hot out here. That's why I'm sweating with the fan on. And then the rest I will do off camera. All right, I got everything planted. Cucumbers. I got the squash planted. And my onions. The Texas grano. I left some because I'm going to direct sow them. We have the red short day variety and the sweet Spanish. And then over here I have my bell peppers and tomatoes. And then all of my brassicas, cabbages, kales, and collards. So that is majority of my fall garden. My carrots and beets, I am going to direct sow those right into the garden beds. Because those are more root crops and they don't like their roots disturbed. So I'm going to direct sow those. I'll probably do it towards the end of August, if not the beginning of September. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully I will get a garden tour out maybe tomorrow, see how I'm feeling. Y'all keep your girl in your prayers. My body has been under attack. But we've been working. We've been putting down mulch. We've been expanding the beds. We've been doing a lot of work. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Drop in the comments below everything that you're starting this fall, if you're even starting the fall garden. All right. Love you guys. Bye.